What's good, gente? Thank you guys once again, like always, for tuning in. As you guys can see on the thumbnail and on the title, right? Nortenos doing interviews and broadcasts. Even though this is not nothing new, right? They actually been doing it for quite some time. But in these last few days, I mean, there's been some norteños that they did hit some platforms where usually norteños were never seen, right? Well, we're going to be speaking on that, and I'm going to be letting you guys know some things as well as answering that dude lazy boy's question, right? I guess he had left a comment on my video, and we're going to set him straight, you know. At the end of the day, we have no hate for old boy, but we keep it G and we always keep it real, homie. So with all that being said, gente, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, make sure to share with others, hit them like, subscribe, hit that follow, hit that notification bell, just in case we go live. You guys already be knowing we back in full effect, so don't miss out. So with all that being said, gente, thank you guys once again for your support, and let's get started on this video. So first, I'll start with Lazy Boy. You know, he is that one norteño rapper that ended up kicking off this whole thing with the norteños pulling up down south and doing interviews, right, where norteños usually were never spotted at, but they did show up hella deep. And I'll get into the reasons why. But first, let me answer old boy, man. So he ended up saying in my comments a couple days ago, actually, he put Conejos a dropout. Everything he says is a lie, spreading false gossip on my name, cloud chasing. That shit's goofy. The streets already know. Of course, the streets already know. You know, it's only common sense. Even though San Ho is somewhat of a big city, at least compared to mine, right? Everybody knows about each other, right? So they happen to know that your boy Conejo is not bullshitting about this. And this is something that happened. And of course, man, there's always favoritism being played out, especially with this gang stuff. So he was able to maneuver, homie. It is what it is. I mean, I don't understand why. This is for Lazy, you know, because I know he's watching, especially after he dropped that comment. I don't understand why you're getting all in your feelings, homie. If you know that it's not truth or whatever, right? Because I mean, who would know better than you, right? If you know it ain't true, then more than likely you wouldn't even drop the comment. You would have just ignored it, and you would have said what you said in those comments to the people that would ask you if that shit was true. Oh boy, it's just clout chasing, right? But in all reality, man, I don't really know too much about you, Lazy Boy, and neither do I care to even want to know a little bit more, right? I think I know enough. After making videos on YouTube, you get a lot of stuff, man. People send you a lot of videos, especially about people like Lazy, people that are on the rap game, just people that are somewhat known on social media, right? And when they have stuff like the one that they had sent me, bro, yeah, I mean, we're gonna make a video, but there is no hate when it comes to old boy Lazy Boy, and I hope that I'm able to make that shit clear. So for him and for everybody else, right? Shout outs for him for doing what he's doing. I guess apparently he's breaking doors and he's opening avenues that other Northerners haven't been able to do. But like I said in the beginning of the video, these broadcasts and interviews is nothing really new, you know. We still haven't seen, at least me, I still haven't seen the actual video or interview or with no jumper. That's another person that I'm not really too much of a fan, right? But I will tune in just to see what old boy says, especially when it comes to these type of interviews. We already be knowing that Adam 22 sometimes likes to stir up the pod, and a lot of people are actually waiting to see what kind of questions he had answered, because when it comes to the north, we already be knowing, man, they don't really get on social media, and they don't really expose certain things, and they most definitely, even though there is some type of interviews out there with the northerners, they don't get into details. And the ones that are doing interviews and doing all these things, like I believe it's Mr. Gold Tones, Big Tone. There's actually a couple platforms that would get involved in that whole little doing interviews and talking about somewhat the game, right? The reason why a lot of people are making it a big fuzz is they kind of feel that old boy's gonna slip up. on Adam 22s. A lot of people, when it comes to the South, you guys already be knowing, man. I'm actually supposed to be making a video about Compa Raider. I guess he's having some sureños really getting his feelings, but I'll save that for that video, right? But when it comes to that platform or no jumper, most of the people that do get involved, they somewhat end up having some type of backlash, or they get involved in some bullshit. So that's what people really want to see, right? It's not really that the Northerners haven't been down south, because we already be knowing about the Backpack Boys and other people that actually have shown up down south to either do interviews or do some type of music or just business in general, right? So it's not really that the North's breaking barriers or breaking walls, or you know what I'm saying, going down there. They've been down there. They just haven't been down there on the gangbanging sense, right? I also have seen some videos on other podcasters, right, where they're actually saying where old boy, I guess apparently was scared to go do that interview. I don't think he was scared, homie. I honestly think he was nervous, like he had said on his video, right? Especially because a lot of people, I don't know if that video has been put out yet, but a lot of people are actually gonna see it. And if he happened to say something that he wasn't supposed to, you guys already be knowing the North does not play around. They may allow some sureños, and I could be wrong on this one, right? Because I don't know their politics too good. But when it comes to the South, man, there has been sureños on platforms where they have this, they don't talk shit, and you guys notice that there isn't really no backlash. I could be wrong on this. Once again, don't quote me on it. I could be wrong. But when it comes to like the Northerners, I know that they don't fuck around. And even though old boy did get caught with the transformer, and I mean that's fucking around right there, right? You guys gotta understand, with the North, there's a lot of favoritism, and if they can keep something in the hush, they'll do it. They'll keep it in the hush, right? But when it comes to something like what old boy did on an interview and stuff like that, that shit can't be swept under the rug. Everybody's gonna see, and once it goes on social media, it's always on social media. You guys already be knowing there's people that clip and all that stuff. But what does this mean now, right? Now that Lazy Boy, I guess, opened some doors, like with No Jumper. I do feel that No Jumper will be having more norteños. I've seen other podcasters already putting their guesses on who's gonna go up there and stuff like that. In all reality, man, until I actually see a real norteño, and I'm not taking shots, man. Shout out to all them rapper Northerners and all that, right? But let's just be real, man. Not all of them are involved in that game, So until I see some of those ones that I happen to know that they're really involved, and man, they're all just studio gangsters. It is what it is. So with all that being said, gente, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm not going to make it too long. This was a video that was supposed to be put out there like 2 days ago. So I do apologize. And that's one of the main reasons why I kind of had to switch up some things. Especially, man, because I didn't want you guys to hear the same shit that other people have been saying. So with all that being said, man, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit a like for your boy. Make sure to subscribe, hit that follow, hit that notification bell, just in case we go live. You guys already be knowing, you don't want to miss out on those. So with all that being said, thank you guys once again for your support, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. We out.
Yeah. Woohoo! What fuck squirt gun?